Disc-ussions, the bi-weekly podcast. For each episode, one of our hosts brings a beloved album from their collection to be picked apart like vultures. This week, we're doing my pick, Change by the Dismemberment Plan. I've been a fan of this band for a bit now, probably since just before COVID is when I found them. And they definitely hit me during COVID. A big theme of this episode is going to be us talking about lyrical themes, which is kind of a new topic for us on this podcast. Most of the stuff we've done before hasn't had too much meat to dig into on that, but yeah, this album kind of fucked me up when I first heard it, and changed my perspective on a lot of things, and is a very good album, and I'm going to be defending the hell out of it.
I don't think there's going to be much you have to defend. For me, I love this. I listened to this. My first listen. So if you listen to the last show, we know that I've just started a new job, and I listened to this on my commute the other week, and it felt like a very uplifting. I don't dive into lyrics that much, so I wasn't really paying attention to that as much as you other three were. I was just mostly paying attention to the vibe and just how the music made me feel, and it was a very interesting kind of album to sit through as you're on the train and it's a nice sunny day and you're starting this new job, you're in this new point in your life. It just felt very fitting. It felt very fitting to going through something new in your life, I think.
Why the fuck are they called the Dismemberment Plan if they're not a death metal band?
Well, they used to be a punk band.
They're very, the early stuff is very spastic math rock, nuts, off the wall, fun. This is their grown-up album.
Yeah.
If you listen to any of their earlier stuff, it'll make a bit more sense.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around. This album hit me a lot harder than I maybe expected at first.
Yeah.
The lyrics are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And it's the first album on this podcast where we've actually delved into a record that has lyrics, I think, that are this heavy and this well written.
They are very well written. The delivery of them is what hit me more than the lyrics themselves. Just the way he sings them is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. This album was really interesting to experience for the first time. And I can't wait to dive into each song because there's a lot to unpack, especially with some of the lyrics on these songs.
Yeah, going into this thing, I didn't have necessarily the highest of hopes. My first note is Melancholy Indie Record number 2 for the podcast. These are normally not albums that connect with me. The last we did War on Drugs, I found that was a very tricky record for me to get into. I felt like it was just not really clicking with me. Whereas going into this, after the first listen, I was like, oh, I get this entirely. This is good stuff. The first few listens, I'm not someone who pays super deep attention to lyrics. I find they only really tend to stick out when they're really good or really bad. But yeah, the first listen through, I just, felt the vibes. I felt what they were going for. I felt the sort of melancholy nature of change and growing up and hitting that kind of point in your late 20s when things are getting serious and important and people are doing shit with their lives. And when I read the lyrics later, the whole thing recontextualized and made the whole thing a lot heavier and a lot more important and a lot more just oh my god. Yeah, I found that I was relating to a lot of these songs, and I don't know what to do with that.
This album hits hard, and you brought up the War on Drugs. I found every single thing that I pointed out as a flaw in the war in Lost in the Dream was kind of rectified in this album. One of my notes about the War on Drugs or the Lost in the Dream, that specific album, is that it drags a lot.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
This album never does. Nothing ever overstays its welcome. Everything gets to its point and gets out.
there's no fat on this album at all.
No, there's no fat. Every
like,
song flows together incredibly well.
Every instrument, like, there's nothing that shouldn't be there, and yeah, there's no time wasted whatsoever.
Nothing goes to waste on this album
Nothing.
for sure.
Yeah,
This album uses its time better than I think every album we've listened to on this show.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we want to get into it right away.
Well, I will say my other one note for initial takeaways is I don't mean to cut you off, but at least not necessarily lyrical theme wise, but the way that they're delivered and sung. If you've ever been people listening, if you've ever been in a band with Kyle, it feels similar in vibes to almost every single song I have heard Kyle sing. Like,
yeah, I may have been influenced a little bit.
I
may have been listening
too.
to this album when we were doing our second one.
Also,
Yeah.
the people listening, I don't think any of them, maybe one or two have been in a band with Kyle. But
Yeah, for all those listeners out there that have
that's
been in my
what
band.
hit me when I was like paying attention to his vocal deliveries. Like, this sounds a lot like the Kyle songs on the last album we did.
Yeah, so the singer of this band, Travis Morrison, also plays guitar. He is like one of a handful of singers that the second I heard them, I'm like, oh, this is someone extremely similar to me in a lot of ways. Like, he's got a very quirky sense of humor, like, likes to have fun, likes to take the piss a little bit, but also likes to, address very serious things and abstract things as well. And, like, so this is the second album of the band's that I heard. The first was Emergency and I, which was their, like, critical breakthrough a couple years before. And that's the one that most people gravitate towards, and I'll admit it probably has, like, some of the highest highs for the band, but it feels like a transition record to me from their earlier, more, like, zany, kooky, crazy sound to getting more serious, and it's beautiful for being a mishmash of the two and still having the, like, super insane tracks on it. But this album just dilutes everything down to, like, the core of their songwriting and still has just enough moments of fun on it, but really, like, really brings all the themes together, and it feels the most cohesive of any of their albums.
The lyrics on this album, to me, they felt like something someone would write in a journal and then just toss.
Yeah, they're very
They
autobiographical.
feel-
It's deeply personal, yeah.
It's kind of insane how this album encapsulates that better than I think any album I've ever heard. Like, just the way it feels like someone's journal is incredible.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
I also wanted to mention the album cover. I think it's fantastic. Just
it's unbelievable.
Plain and simple. The blue sky background, the change sign, which is obviously like the top of some political, vote for whoever for change or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's blocking out all the information of that. And if you flip through the album booklet, all of the pages on there, they're all kind of similar shots of a thing in the foreground and then just open sky above it, and it really kind of lends itself to the idea of daydreaming, which lends itself to self-reflection, because of course everyone's anxiety is through the roof, and then you think about all those things you said and all those things you shouldn't have done, and then you spiral, and that's this album.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of album, like, for me, you listen to when you're going somewhere and you're just looking out of the window, just kind of lost in your thoughts and thinking about, like, all these turns and twists you've taken in your life and things you should have not said to somebody, or something you should have said to somebody, or and it just this album feels very reflective, I think.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
I think
first
we're gonna
song,
go to the songs, yeah.
Sentimental Man.
This is one of my favorite Dismemberment Plan songs of all time, and like I remember loving Emergency and I when I first heard it, and then when I heard this first track, I'm like, oh, this isn't just a good album band. This is a band. Like, they're like everything from like the the clean chords that open it up, the drum groove and the bass line with it, and then the vocal tone when they come in, it's so unexpected how light and fluffy he's singing almost.
Mm-hmm.
But then with that light fluffy tone, he says, "There's no heaven and there's no hell," and it's just boom, we are right into the heaviness of the album. No swings are being kept back.
At first, when he starts singing that line, I kind of was like, is this gonna be kind of like, is this actually gonna be deeply written, or is it gonna be like,
Just
like
saying
a
things.
simplistic children's, like, oh, there's no heaven and there's no hell.
No.
And then as the
Imagine type shit.
lyrics go on, and he actually talks
There's
about
no fate
like,
that divides our day, no spirit's heart at work, no unseen hand at play.
It
It's
just
like-
gets really Nietzschean really
It
fast.
feels really nihilistic, like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no purpose to...
but it
Over
also-
this really
it
nice, light,
doesn't- it-
airy song.
But it's not nihilistic though, as the lyrics go on, because he says, "How do you know I'm not a sentimental man? Is it really so hard to see these things?"
That's a little more-
It's about appreciating things for being there.
Yeah.
And
You
not,
don't have to believe in heaven and hell to just
To
believe that
enjoy
random
something.
good
Everything.
blessings
Yeah.
happen
It's
around the
it's
world.
Yeah.
absurdist, not nihilist.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
And I really appreciate the song for taking that turn, because that's how I knew it was going to be a good album too.
I loved just because I don't, like I said before, I don't really dive into lyrics that much. I loved the rhythmic difference between the guitars and the drums, because it's these really nice, light, open, clean guitar chords, but this really frantic 9/8 polyrhythm stuff on the drums, where he's doing these triplets on the hi-hats.
And he's just so in the pocket
And
too.
but he's so in the pocket with it, and and he does this weird thing where the downbeat is on 2 of the guitars, but it's weird, this weird 9/8 time signature kind of thing he's doing. I love just weird fucky kind of drum things like that kind of go against what you think it would be, but it still works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the drums are fucking awesome in this song. Like,
The bass line
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
like I'm not gonna. That's one thing. Like, no, right off the bat, the bass on this album is fucking fantastic on every
Yeah,
single
so
song.
funky.
And really, I found through the whole album, the bass, like, there's guitar on every song, but it very much takes a back seat to the bass is very much
Yeah.
right in front and center.
The bass really cuts through. I feel like a lot of the other instruments create a very atmospheric kind of, not ambient, but like a
the
bit more
guitar is
like
almost full.
Yeah.
The guitar
It's-
doesn't
yeah,
exist
it's-
to take over the song.
yeah, it's more
Yeah.
in the background, and then the bass is in the foreground, kind of
Yeah.
cutting through, being your main sort
Guitar
of
tones
percussion.
on this album are very kind of thin and trebly, and they're not bad in any way, but it leaves so much room for the vocals and the bass to really shine through.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of really cool synth work as well.
The synth is so
But there,
fucking
and there's
awesome.
also a
Guitarist.
really cool lead guitar line here. That it's
Yeah,
all,
this song
that's-
doesn't have any synths, I don't
No,
think. But.
there's nothing distracting about that song. Each instrument just adds something that creates a new element to the song that makes it even better.
Does this
Yeah.
song not have any synth? Because it's kind of got that whirring in the background. Is that guitar or is it synth? There's like a...
I think it's the guitar ringing
I think,
out.
yeah, I think it might be the guitar.
Yeah.
But
You know, this song was great. A
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good opening
it's really
song to this album.
floaty.
I think
Oh, yeah.
my favorite lyric in the whole song, I mean, it's basically just the whole second verse, but I'm an Old Testament type of guy. I like my coffee black and my pearl denied, even as I flake on every deal I ever made with myself before the ink could dry. It's just like, I love the intensity and all the things of life, but I have no determination to hold myself to it.
Okay,
and
so
I'm just like, hey, someone wrote all of my thoughts in
Fuck,
a
I feel
song
that.
when I was 3 years old.
So I said that bit in the intro where it reminds me of a lot of the songs you've written, that I like my coffee black but my parole denied, reminds me of an opening line in the song Stockholm that you wrote, where it's, no babe, I wasn't trying to check you out.
Yeah,
I was just looking out for traffic.
Okay, so I'm going to talk on that line for a bit, because it's just something that popped into my head, because so many times you're trying to cross a street or something, and just in the direction that you're trying to look is an attractive woman, and it's like, I'm not trying to be creepy, I'm literally just trying to look around you.
I'm trying to see if there's a car coming.
Yeah.
And that line just stuck in my head when I heard that part. Mm-hmm. I just thought, Kyle took a lot of inspiration from this.
Yeah. One of my notes is the way that the lyrics from each verse rhyme with whatever word is in that place in the other verse. It's just nutty. Like,
it's a really weird rhyming pattern in this song that I loved.
Yeah. Okay.
On to the next one. Probably one of the lyrically heaviest songs I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
This is
The Face of the Earth. If you listen to the song and don't read the lyrics, you're making a mistake.
I was dreading this fucking podcast episode because of this one song. Jesus Christ, holy shit, it's a heavy song.
Yeah.
It hit like a fucking freight train when I heard it. Jesus.
Before the lyrics really kick in and get heavy, it's a really cool guitar part.
Is it a guitar? Is it something
like
else?
some sort?
I thought it was almost
I'm gonna say the word sort of Oriental and get canceled for it.
I thought it was some sort of lyre almost instrument,
a lute or something.
I don't know what it is, but it's maybe it's the way it's being picked sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
I love the way this guitar starts with this really fucking crazy drum pattern. But then it kicks into this really awesome, straight, everything's pushing forward.
And then that's the chorus later.
And that's the chorus later. And then it goes immediately back into this really fucked up time signature drum part. That part, I was like, ooh, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
The way that both of the guitars are kind of bouncing back and forth. You've got the dee-dee.
Yeah.
Dee-dee. They're... It's a concept that I've thought of a long time before hearing this song, but this song's a perfect example of it. Using the entire band to carry a melody forward. It's not just every instrument playing their own melody. They're just so locked in and working as a band on this song.
I also think the drummer does what Matt Cameron does in Soundgarden, but to the extreme, where the guitars and everything are straight in 4/4, but he decides that he's going to be in his own time signature.
Matt Cameron might come up soon. We'll get to it.
And I just love how whatever time signature the drummer decides that he's in, it makes it almost like a fun game to try and predict what his kick snare pattern's going to be. And it's just I'm trying to learn the song as he's doing it, but I can't get his count because he's just so fucked. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's roll on to the other aspects of this song.
Yeah. So, the first part of the song, it's kind of... the first lines don't really imply any greater cataclysm that comes later in the song. As kisses go, it was anything out of the ordinary. Just a very, very sharp, imaginative lyric, and it also sets up the slight level of indifference that the lyrics hold for the rest of the song. That's the weirdest part. It is super dark and heavy and thought-provoking, but also indifferent to the topic. In a weird way.
Yeah, it feels almost kind of...
Which does come up later in the song.
Feels sort of detached to the subject of what the song is.
So, basically the verse kind of follows, some sort of cataclysmic event taking place, like a tornado or something like a tornado, but he says there wasn't any wind, no noise, no knocking, but... the object of his love is suddenly taken from him, whether literally blown from the face of the earth or metaphorically.
I just interpret it as she just disappeared. She just fucked off one day.
Yeah. completely disappearing or dying.
Yeah.
And then the chorus lyrics are what really hits, and it's grappling with this death or disappearance of this person while not having any connection to their friends or family and not really knowing them that well because it was only 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dealing with
guilt that you can't place.
Yeah.
and dealing with the fact that you lost someone that you did love, but the love was so fresh that you don't know how to deal with it because it's so new still that you don't have that attachment.
You don't really know where to place those emotions.
Yeah.
And like the family doesn't know you well either.
Yeah.
Friends don't know you well. It's just how do you cope with that when you are basically alienated in that way?
The vibe I almost get from the song is like, is this person dead or have they just ghosted you? You know, and you're in that situation where because you don't know this person's friends or family to find out what happened, you're not sure, so you're just kind of left in this state of wondering.
The song definitely does keep it a little open-ended. From reading about the lyrical inspirations, they're both deaths, but if anyone has anything to add before I jump into that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So I was reading a Reddit AMA that the band did in 2013 when they put out their reunion album, the follow-up to this, Uncanny Valley, which is a pretty good album. I like it too, but someone asked them about this song, and there had been a story going around that it was inspired by, around the time of this album coming out, Shaquille O'Neal, his girlfriend at the time, drowned in like a freak accident on a beach.
It was Michael Jordan, I think.
Michael Jordan? Okay.
Yeah.
Basketball player. That story was going around, and then through reading that AMA, the band had mentioned that someone, like a local politician or something like that, had they took a plane, and when they landed they had learned that their wife died. And so it was an interview with them and also that Michael Jordan story just kind of circulating and forming the inspiration for it. But yeah, holy cow, does this song make you think a lot about what amount of mourning is expected and like what, for someone that you didn't really know, like how long is it until you go back to living your life like normal?
What would your reaction be if you were in this situation, you know?
And don't ever put me in a situation.
Don't ever put me
in a situation. Don't ever put me in a society.
Well, I'm afraid you're in one.
Yeah. Alex, you got something to add?
I just like... Yeah, you can tell it's like... Just from reading the lyrics, like... The protagonist of the lyrics feels absolutely haunted by this, but there's just no way to move on from it that makes any sense. Like, they say, like, I guess I'm okay. I guess I'm fine about it. It's not like we were married. It was 3 or 4 months. And nothing's really different, though it seems like I've spent my life in planes. But
that one line.
Yeah,
goes
that
to
one
the-
line gives credits to your explanation as well. Yeah, no, it's just a really dark, like, just a really heavy song. Probably one of my favorites on the album. I'm not sure if it's my favorite one, but
It's like
It's
just
up
as
there.
a song, it's really fucking
it's
good.
it's such a beautifully written song.
Yeah, there's another interview with Travis Morrison that goes kind of track by track over this album, and he said that he thinks this is the best Dismemberment Plan song.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I wouldn't argue with
It's
him.
top 5 for sure.
This one's almost bordering on that like feeling of something that's really good, but you kind of almost never want to listen to it again because it makes you feel a certain way.
I think the song being as energetic and not dark is the thing that keeps it from absolutely ruining your mood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if
the
anybody,
fact that it's quick and it moves on.
if anybody else wrote music to these lyrics, it would be much. The music, the accompanying music would be much heavier and sort of sadder, I think. But the fact that this song musically isn't sad at all underneath these lyrics is what keeps you from just wallowing in whatever despair exists within
There's
this
definitely
song.
a melancholy to it, though. I don't know if I'd say it's that upbeat. I don't know.
No, there is a sadness in it, but
Yeah.
it's not doomy.
No, it's not, and it's not like disturbed.
Well,
It's bittersweet.
If it was doom and gloom, I feel like it'd almost ruin the
It's
song.
not Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence.
It'd
you know?
send the whole thing into a point of just like fucking get over yourself, guy. I don't know, but there's some sort of melancholy, some sort of feeling of love lost. I didn't know the song was about death. My initial interpretation was more just like this idea of you're really falling for a girl and then she just disappears.
I think this
and
song
you have no real way of contacting her or getting to know where the fuck she ended up, if she's okay, if she did die, if it's just it's kind of like everything. It's like almost like a breakup and a death, and it's like just a whole bunch of negative weird emotions all at the same time.
See, I think what this song does is not make what it's about super obvious. It kind of lyrically leaves it open to interpretation, whether it's about a brief love lost, whether it was through a breakup or whatever, or is it about death? It's kind of open to your interpretation.
Yeah,
of
and I
it.
think part of the, like we mentioned, the detachment, the difference. I feel like this song is from a perspective of like, this happened a while ago, and it still sucks to think about. But here's the story. Here's why I'm like this. Here's what happened.
Yeah, the line, it's been a couple of years,
Yeah.
and I guess I'm fine.
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
exactly.
They spell it out right at the end, of course. I forgot about that part.
And another part that I really like about this song, not really pertaining to the lyrics, but not as much. When he says, and then she's blown from the face of the earth, and it just goes dead silent.
Yeah.
A little bit of whirring. It's so good. And then it
That
goes
to me
right
is-
back into it.
That to me is like one of the more haunting parts of the song, where he says that, and then it's just that the air.
From the face of the earth.
But yeah, no, this song is unbelievable.
Incredible
song.
Yeah.
The next
All right.
song,
Track 3, Superpowers.
My first note, they're grooving.
Oh,
they are fucking grooving.
Yeah. First lyric, I've seen the world's most beautiful women undress in ordinary solitude. That's the most artistic way of saying you watch a lot of porn.
Jesus Christ.
God damn. I loved the synth that underlies the verses in this song. This nice kind of low tone underneath the whole thing
Yeah.
that kind of just adds like a thickness to it almost.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and that groove just so steady.
Yeah, the drums are super like straightforward, but they're still kind of fun and creative. And,
Slinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super cool. The lyrics are... This is one that I can't really quite put my finger on exactly the thread through of the lyrics.
That's actually
But-
what I wrote too, is I couldn't quite figure out what the lyrics were trying to say in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the double bass notes in the song. It's so fucking good.
I loved the guitar line right
Yeah.
after the second chorus. There's this really cool melodic guitar part right after that I think is super cool.
Really, the solo near the end.
Yeah, the two-note solo.
Yeah.
So that guitar solo kind of being slightly out of key as it progresses is super interesting. I loved that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This song, like, the drums are probably the most simple in this one, but they're so tight that
Yeah.
Super tight.
Yeah.
it's what the song calls for.
Locked in as much as everything else on the album.
But it's calling them simple isn't necessarily insulting to them, because there's still something interesting about them.
Yeah, no, there's still... I'm pretty sure, like... There's still decent fills on this one.
Yeah.
Like, there's decent fills throughout the whole album, even on
Something
this
to note
one.
about the drums too is that something that Kyle pointed out to me the other day, is that the drummer is left-handed. So when you sit down at a drum kit with somebody who is left-handed, everything is sort of backwards, And so you gotta imagine that when you're listening to this album. Because every time I see a left-handed drummer, because Phil Collins is left-handed, and his drum set is set up mirrored to regular drums, and it just looks super fucking weird, and I don't know how they go about it. But that, to me, sort of is an interesting thing to note about this, is that he's left-handed, so he's going about it a different way than most drummers do.
Yeah. No, I really like how he sings the line, "I've stayed awake for weeks and slept for days, not one dream." Just like belting up to that note randomly, unexpected. And then just the vocal melody of the chorus. I cannot imagine any other singer or songwriter writing that vocal melody. How it just kind of jumps around, doesn't really follow a key, but still stays within. Like, that's just so cool.
Yeah, this was another really great, straightforward song. Doesn't outstay its welcome.
Yeah, it just hits. Feels good.
All right. Track 4, Pay for the Piano.
Love this energy.
This one rocks hard. It's fun. If you look up the lyrics for it, Travis said it purposefully doesn't really have a meaning. It's just phrases. Yeah. It's just fun. And so this is one of the songs on the album that was inspired when, on the supporting tour for Emergency and I, they opened for Pearl Jam in like 2000.
Oh, damn.
So that would have been early Matt Cameron era, right?
Yeah, that would have been right about the time he joined the band, because he joined right after they did Yield.
Yeah.
In like 98.
Yeah, so they were touring Yield.
Yeah.
So there a couple of the songs on this album are more kind of stadium rock than they've gone before.
I got Foo Fighters vibes from this song a little bit.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
I kind of took the lyrics on this one as it's just a song about, like, putting other people in front of yourself.
Yeah.
To make everyone else feel
Somebody's
good.
got to pay for the piano.
Somebody's got to make sure we honor everyone. I know if we can forfeit all our sorrow, it may as well be us. It's definitely not as in-depth as some of the other lyrics on this album.
It's a good break from that, thankfully.
I like what it's saying, though. It's a fun one.
I like that this song is a little dumber than the others. It's a
Yeah.
little more like Ooga Booga Caveman. It's a fast rock song. We mean what we're saying. You don't have to think too hard about what we're telling you.
There's like a
Yeah.
cocked
And there's like these,
kind
like-
of guitar thing going on.
Yeah, there's like these stupid little noodles that happen on the guitar every so often that are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just having a good time.
They're just having fun.
I love how as he starts the second verse, he kind of like stops singing the melody and just sings a couple lines.
Yeah.
Like, they're just having fun with this one.
Just having a goof.
The next
They're
song,
groovy.
Come Home.
Yeah, we're right back to the heavy lyrical
heavy
themes.
again.
Called in sick to work today. I couldn't have gotten a damn thing done.
Yeah,
It's
me
an
too.
exact phrasing I have said a million times in my life.
Yep.
The vocals sound so fucking frail.
Yeah.
They just sound
sorrowful.
broken.
Yeah. It's just, song follows a shit mental health day.
Yeah.
You're trying to find ways to distract yourself from the dread. You call your dad to check in and maybe get some common sense. And then your dad tells you the exact opposite advice of what you were expecting, but it's actually exactly what you needed to hear.
Dads
And
are
so
good at that.
As he goes into anger's all right, bitterness no, like the song starts building, the guitars get happier, like, but still slowly holding a little bit of melancholy in the chords, and then as it just keeps building, it just explodes into this bright sunny riff that only lasts for like 2 bars and dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
And
note
it
about
ends
this,
as it started, which is fucking
Yeah.
brilliant because
Yeah.
you
if
feel
you're having a
better and
really
you're still
fucked up
back-
bad day,
Yeah.
it generally ends the same way it started. You're just
Yeah.
lying in bed being like, why the fuck do I even bother?
Yeah.
And then this song gets even heavier when you know that Travis's dad died just before Emergency and I came out. And there's lyrics on that album that wrestle with it as well. And even lyrics on their newest album, Uncanny Valley, which, actually, I guess that lyric connects to a song on Emergency and I. I'm not going to get into it here, but Yeah, it's...
One of my notes... sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the comments on Common Sense kind of fucking... It took me a while to understand what they meant, and then kind of broke my morality for a week or two, because... Yeah, there is, you know... common sense exists, and it helps you get through situations, but you're either wrong or right, and life will go on either way. Like, if you make a mistake... Who fucking cares? Just move on, deal with it, get over yourself.
One of my notes for this song was that if indie rock stayed like this, we wouldn't have had to all sit through ukulele indie rock like Walk Off the Earth. Because this is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why this couldn't have been more popular than what we all had to sit through for years.
Well, how much radio airplay did this album get?
That's
Yeah. And we'll get to another comment about that later on.
I loved the hammer-on pull-off guitar line that's in this song.
Mm-hmm.
The snare, there's a really cool snare pattern, and there's just this big build-up part that's super cool. This song's just fucking great.
Yeah, I love how he's doing the light rim shots on the snare for most of it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Absolutely fucking phenomenal. The next song is also phenomenal.
Yeah, so this is starting side B of the album. Secret Curse comes in with a bang. This is the other, like, super Pearl Jam inspired song. But the weirdest thing, apparently the direct inspiration for this song was Wish List by Pearl Jam, which I listened to, and it sounds nothing like
No, these two songs are not
like
anywhere
at all.
near the... That's out of... God damn, okay.
I knew that would throw you for a loop.
Yeah, that fucks me up, because Wishlist by Pearl Jam
It's
is this
acoustic
super
and very
light,
solemn.
acoustic, kind of wistful, sort of wanting more from your relationship kind of love song. And this song so isn't that.
Yeah, the only parallel I see is starting the verses off with the same line, Secret Curse, whereas every line in Wishlist is like, I wanna blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah blah.
I wish I was,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that fucks me up really bad. I loved the drum pattern that almost follows exactly what the guitar riff is doing at the beginning of the song.
The drums in the band are following the vocals. I love that.
As a drummer,
Each verse is a different length.
As a drummer, your instinct should always be to accent kind of what the bass and the guitars are doing. But it's not very often that you hear a kick snare pattern that almost repeats it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That fucked me up. This song plays really nicely with the loud, quiet, loud dynamics that you hear a lot in alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool. But this doesn't. This doesn't play into the trope. It does something fun with it that I really like.
I kind of almost heard some Melvins to it, honestly. It's
A little bit.
mostly the drums and, like, the weird little, like, the weird guitar shit in the song. Because there's, the weird, like, aggressive strumming and shit. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
This one, I kind of... Maybe if I had more time to read the lyrics, I would get it a bit better.
That's another note for me. I can't crack these lyrics.
I think, personally, it has to do with just, like, insecurity, again, because it just seems like...
I try and I don't know what else I can do.
And I'm sorry. It sounds like he's trying to please everybody.
I think sometimes on the lyrics of this album, it's not so much obvious what it's about, but more just like the central...
You hear a line that hits you.
The theme it's trying to convey is just...
And that kind of ties back to the whole thing I said at the beginning, where it's like, it's kind of like a journal.
Yeah.
And not everything...
You're just writing thoughts.
Yeah, not everything has to make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
It means something to whoever wrote it.
Some of these lyrics do feel stream of conscious sometimes, where it just
Yeah.
feels very,
Yeah.
like in the
This
moment.
one felt
This is how I
very stream
feel.
of conscious,
Yeah.
but I love this song.
Oh yeah.
This song was great.
I think it's also the shortest on the album, 2 minutes 50.
Yeah, I think so. Everything else is about 4.5 minutes, 3.5 to 4.5.
And like the other, like, when it says like pussy when tender and brutal when strong, and I'm losing my friends as we're getting along, like that makes me think it's about insecurity and like how people perceive you, because like
I think we all deal with that a little bit, and I think that makes the song more relatable, where you just kind of overthink how you're perceived by other people.
Yeah, it sounds like a panic attack over being perceived about people how you don't want to be perceived. It's insanely good song.
Yeah, because you might get it in your head that you're perceived a certain way.
Yeah.
To the exact opposite of how you want to be perceived, you know?
Yeah, I love this one too. This is a great song. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my highlights from the album, definitely.
To the next song. Automatic. A very lovely acoustic guitar part in here.
Yeah, a very cool break from the pace of the album, but still very unsettling.
But I think
there's something really tense about this.
I think the
song.
album really needs it though. It's like an intermission.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you a little bit of a break between, because some of the songs, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, even though it's very sparse, there's a lot happening.
I said before we hit record that there's only one part of this album that I could really criticize.
Bro.
It's going to be the 3-minute quiet song.
And
again,
it's going to be this one because I don't know that this song is great. I'm not going to say that this song is bad. I don't know that this album necessarily needed a break in the energy.
I think it did.
I
disagree.
And as well, so this song is almost a sequel to a similar track on Emergency and I, The Jitters, which is... that song's not acoustic, but it's another like very slow break with like brushes, clean guitar, atmospherics, and it's also very tense and nervous.
Yeah, this song has a really like the song is very nice and light and delightful, but there is still like this tension to it, where you feel like something is about to happen, but it just never comes. So you're just left with that tension.
Well, I got the vibe from the lyrics that it was about like a toxic friend who kind of drifts in and out of your life, and just kind of like you not understanding what they do. Their actions seem automatic. They don't seem to really think about their actions.
I almost interpreted it as hooking up with someone and catching feelings, and the other person doesn't have those feelings.
Could be like a messy ex relationship as well. I could see that.
Something like that.
Yeah, just the general sort of vibe of like. I mean, you mentioned the foreboding kind of anxious feeling. Like, I feel like it could be part of meeting with that person again, just thinking, this is cool, this is great. When are you gonna do some bullshit again? When are you gonna make things awkward? When are you gonna ruin stuff? Kind of just waiting for the ship to burn down, I guess.
Once again, the politics of common sense. You do and I don't. I could tell
common sense coming up again.
I could tell you it's not true, but what's the use? It's automatic, caught in between.
Like I said, this song is my only kind of meh part about this album, but this song is still great.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this song.
All right, me too. On to Following Through.
Fuck.
I get up at 5 a.m. I so don't need those dreams that I used to have.
A song about potential, baby! I love me one of these. Oh man.
Boy, can we relate?
This one hurt too. This is another one that hurts.
Alex, I have a film school degree I never fucking use.
Why don't you ever follow through on the things you say you're going to do, man?
This song hurts for two fucking reasons.
Yeah?
One, it's totally talking about, like, from the perspective of, like, someone, like, not following through with their potential and shit. But it also definitely is also the aspect of, like, a relationship that had a lot of potential that just fucking crashed and burned.
That too?
Mm-hmm.
It's both. And the way that it's both is fucking painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been good. It could have been something special. It may have had real potential. It never could show. It could have been great. It could have been something all right, but we never did keep it that tight. So what do you know?
Yeah.
I get up at 5 a.m. so I don't need those dreams that I used to have.
Yeah, I mean it's a whole song about potential relationships, potential dreams.
You know what I thought about the initial part, and I thought Ryan picked up on this too. He almost sounds like he's doing like Green Day Billy Joe Armstrong vocal delivery for the first
a little
verse.
bit. I got a little bit of Billy Joe Armstrong. I got a little bit of like Gord Downey,
Yeah.
tragically hip kind of stuff
Yeah.
in its vocal delivery here.
I was getting, I mean, not on this song particularly, but across the album, I also got a lot of like Maynard James Keenan from Tool, when he did the softer stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the more
they're-
emotional
I think
kind
that-
of like.
I think
belting.
his vocal tone is very similar to Maynard James Keenan a little bit.
Like there's a song that comes up later, Time Bomb, where I feel like the delivery is very Maynard, and I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Tool a little bit.
The drum pattern in this song is so fucked. It's so interesting. I love that open closed hi-hat thing that he does.
Yeah.
The fucky drum pattern under straight drums just. This album does something where it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't necessarily all the time want you to groove with it. It just sort of makes you want to just sit there and listen to what's happening, because it's so frantic that you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. No, I think, it's a really cool song instrumentally and lyrically. Yeah, I think there's the duality of following through in life, following through with a relationship, but I also feel like it's interesting how he sings the first chorus in that light tone that he uses on Sentimental Man. Almost like that's him repeating those lines, I can do it anywhere with anyone at any time, in his head, just to like hype himself up. And then the second chorus where he's belting it out is like the shift where he's like, no, I'm living in this world now. I'm going to use the most of my potential, which is a bit of a fool's errand.
I
But
didn't even pick up on that. That's crazy.
Yeah, this song to me almost just hits me as it feels like it's being sung by somebody who wants to do all these things but is super like risk averse and then just doesn't want to take that leap into doing the things that he wants to do.
He's saying he can do all this stuff, but he's not sure about it in his head. And there's when he in the third verse where he says, "I dishonor the past, being so loose with my time. I could stand accused of high crimes in the court of the dead, and I could be next on a page about to turn soon. So I'm moving my ass at high noon. You heard what I said." And then there's a shift where he says, "I could say I hope I'm not misread, but that's all right. I'm quite okay with losing that fight," where it sounds like he's doubting himself.
Yep. Yeah,
And
the doubt never leaves.
So well written.
Because there is still that doubt of when you do take that leap into doing something that you want to do. It's, should I really be doing this? Am I good enough to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the ending of the song is so perfect. How it gets so quiet and then just jams for like 30 seconds or so. It feels like its own little interlude at the end of the song, and then that leads perfectly into track 9, Time Bomb.
The song is so good.
Holy fucking shit,
This song is so fucking good.
Yep.
The lyrics, I think the lyrics for this one actually hit the absolute hardest on the album.
Yeah.
It's
harsh. It's a lot of things that hit hard.
It's harsh. This song is him in so many different ways, basically saying, "I'm going to fuck your life up." Just
I'm a
half-
trap set
half the
waiting
fucking-
for you to fuck up.
almost
and I will
every single
explode.
line in this song is him just saying the same thing in
I am a
so many
tripwire.
different ways.
I stay the fuck away from me.
I will destroy
ruin
you. Yeah.
My favorite line probably is, "Like wine gathering vintage
till I hurt the most."
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh. There's
And-
so much in that line you can.
Yeah, it's like the instrumentation with this song is perfect.
It's okay.
Oh, it's so
There's
so
literally
straightforward
nothing.
and hard.
There's
So
literally
good.
nothing to say about it.
Heavy.
But like, I would not be able to pull off drum patterns like I know I keep harping on about the drums,
It's
but
so
I'm a
good.
drummer. It is so good. I wouldn't be able to pull off drum patterns like this if I tried my fucking hardest. That hi-hat stuff he does is nasty. Absolute fucking filthy business.
Yeah, the way he's dragging the one into the next beat, so fucking good.
I don't know. It's near the second half of the song, but it's like this whirring, like very. It's so haunting, and it goes so well with the lyrics.
This song has another really interesting guitar lead in several parts.
Yeah, And I also wanted to mention, musically, the first time I heard this song and every time since, it reminds me of Remember Tomorrow by Iron Maiden.
Okay, I can kind of see it.
I also really liked I Am a Tar Pit and I Swell Like a Living Thing, but not the slightest touch. A black grime, yeah, swallowing everything, a cold and timeless clutch.
Okay, so that tar pit line, I am a tar pit, and I swell like a living thing at every touch, it just, that hit me. I don't know if it's because I'm mentally a 5-year-old, but it just sounds like boner.
Bro, come on.
Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
It's not boner. Come on. Fuck off.
Chocolate and Cheese was last episode.
Yeah,
This is a serious album.
I know it is. I'm not saying it's penis music, but like, come on.
No, you're just finding things that you want to see.
No.
I think it's just this song when you dig into a song that's this much about like self-loathing and fucking
mess.
all of this like it's got like a it's got
Listen,
like a,
you guys, I gotta make the show funny.
I am a fault line,
Yeah.
and I'm pulling apart the ground that lay beneath your newest seed. That fucking line hits too.
Well, the thing that I think also kind of is underlying this is that this narrator, as well as all the self-loathing, like going back to the line about the vintage wine, there's almost like a masochism to it. You know, there's almost like a part where he's like,
He's
no,
enjoying it.
He likes fucking you up.
Not even that he likes fucking you up, just that he likes fucking himself up. There's just like there's like a
He won't
deep
move on.
nihilistic urge to fucking destroy just destroy his own life almost.
I only live in that one moment in which you die.
Precisely.
So
It's so good for so many fucking reasons because he's saying like that's what he enjoys.
He's kind of a
but
sadist
also
almost.
like he only exists to this person that loves him or whatever in that one moment in time where it's good, you know? It's such a good song. It's haunting.
This song is unbelievable.
yeah, I my love for like visceral in your face lyrics are just so satiated by this song. It's so good. And you want to know why this song wasn't a big hit?
Why is that, Kyle?
This album came out on October 22nd, 2001. What event happened a month and a half before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They filmed a music video for it. It didn't get released on MTV, but it came out on an Xbox exhibition demo disc.
Jesus Christ.
That's rough.
All of this happened because Slayer put out God Hates Us All?
Track 10, The Other Side.
Sorry, Kyle.
The other side. I
This
love how
song-
he's jazzy.
Yo,
drums.
the
This song's fucking nuts.
snare tone on this song is unbelievable.
Well, so the songs are very reminiscent of like jungle and breakbeat and stuff like that, and it's super cool how fast paced and insane
It's
the
so
drums are.
frantic and
I
just
mean, the
in
rest
your
of the
face
instruments
about it.
are as well, but they're kind of like chugging along at a certain pace. I guess not really chugging, like floating along almost.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, the drummer almost always does something that would go against what you think instinct is as a drummer, but it still is super fucking cool.
Yeah, he's just going fucking nuts.
He saw this one, he's like, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna go fucking ham on this, and you do whatever you want, but this is what I'm doing.
It felt like he saw that the last song was kind of just like a little storytelling ballad, and he's like, "All right, I got a lot of energy left. Let's get this going."
He's like, there's only 2 more songs in this discography. I gotta get my chops out.
I still got 40% more drumming battery left. Let's shred.
I feel like I have the least to say about this song, and it's not a bad thing. The lyrics are kind of just general, like, life observations.
Oh, I think they're pretty fucking good.
No, they're really great, but it's just, they're kind of random thoughts, like, strung together, but they make sense with each other.
There are weeks that will crawl like slugs across a hot road.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I love the lyrics. I just have the least to say about it because this song's just, it's one of the shorter ones. It's kind of...
This song really feels like the conclusion of the album and all the lyrical themes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I feel like I will ever know anything, but if I don't keep moving on that last hill, we'll never know what's on the other side. Like, you'll never be an expert in what you do, but you need to do it because there's no time for you to wait.
Yeah.
You know, this song was unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
Really good, like, climactic end point to the album.
Yeah. And then you get the sweet little bow that ties everything up at the end. Ellen and Ben.
I love, like, storytelling in songs like this.
Yeah.
Where
It's
like,
not even a depressing story.
It's not a depressing story. It's like super interesting sort of talk singing. My first note is whatever that noise is really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
This song borders on penis music in the best ways.
I wouldn't say that at all, but I guess I don't know.
I'm fucking around.
I don't know.
I love this super fucky guitar part. You know what?
Slide whistle.
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah, you guys mentioned Pearl Jam vibes in a couple of these songs. This song, in the mid-90s, Pearl Jam got super experimental and weird. And that's what I got from this, like, super no-code period Pearl Jam, where they're just sort of fucking around with different stuff, and Eddie Vedder is, like, super sad because grunge died, and this is what this song felt like to me.
My thoughts on this song, like, this is actually one of the few songs where, like, the actual, like, sonic aesthetic of the song is not at all what I care about. I care about the vibes and the lyrics because it feels very cathartic after an album that it's very I don't mean this like in a selfish way. It's self-centered. It's from the guy's point of view. All of these songs are very much about his anxieties, his whatever, all the shit that's bringing him down, all the shit that's making him feel angry, sad, whatever. And then we get this song about his dumbass fucking friends and their terrible relationship.
This is a
and
guy
he realizes, oh, maybe I'm not the worst person. Maybe
you know what this album is? It's a guy sitting in front of you telling all the fucked up shit in his life and be like, and here's this thing about these other two. You hear about these fucking people?
But I think there's a little bit of selfishness in this fucking
Oh, absolutely.
song.
Yes, there is.
There's some jealousy and like
it's clear who he favors.
We need to really read the lyrics here because so Ellen and Ben, they met at someone's housewarming party. They didn't like each other at first. I was still there. I heard them talking as they found their raincoats. They made a date expecting the worst. When Ellen got home, she made a snack and went up on her rooftop and didn't think about Ben at all. She stayed up for hours just watching all the drunk folks find their taxis because all in all, it was a good night. Where do we fucking begin? Like, the selfishness immediately is apparent because I was still there. I heard them talking.
He wants to fuck Ellen.
Dropping.
Well,
he wants to fuck Ellen.
I don't see it as. I just see it as like you're telling the story. You know. You overheard it happening.
It's a biased story and a very biased point of view, and like the whole thing is like. Ben and Ellen suck. Ellen's such a bitch. I hate her. She doesn't think about him at all.
As it goes on...
Ben and Ellen suck, but Ellen's the worst, though.
As it goes on, it gets a little... Like, I know, like, from that first paragraph, it's like, it's just his point of view. As it goes on, you can tell it's a little more selfish.
This song almost feels like a story from the perspective of a person who took no active part in the situation, but it just sort of happened to him.
And the interesting part... The first half of the first paragraph of the song, like, he was there observing it, but then he starts taking liberties where he's saying what Ellen did when she got home, which he wouldn't know. And it's very interesting in that regard because, like,
I never really thought about it like that.
Because she made, like, I wouldn't doubt the fact that she probably did just go up on the roof and not think about this guy. But it's also interesting just because of the way it's written.
It's weird for a narrator to have that thought at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I love the way it's written. It's so interesting. And then
Get to the last part.
Yeah.
Get to the last
We'll
part.
get
We
there.
gotta get to
We're
the
gonna-
middle
we're getting
first,
there.
where they're Soko in bed.
Yeah.
A sunny Sunday watching John McLaughlin and having sex again and again.
The slide whistles are
I-
this is
That's the best part of
slide
this
whistle
song
since
ever.
Delight.
It's awesome.
I had stopped by because Ellen had my
A
copy of Nebraska.
More
They-
Bruce Springsteen and falling asleep.
They never even put on their clothes. I hung for a while.
Yeah, why are you hanging?
Why are you hanging out with these
Every time
naked
I tried
people,
to ask
man?
them something, they started making out all again. I thought it was rude. I couldn't tell you why. Yeah.
I can tell you why
I can
that's
tell you why
rude.
you're fucking jealous.
That apartment must smell fucking terrible.
Oh, that's a stinky
The
bang.
dick that apartment smells like is unreal.
The stinky counter is going up again. Fuck's sake. I thought we could have one episode of the podcast
Ellen and Ben's
about
Stinky
sex.
Secret.
Every album needs a stinky song.
This song is Ellen
I'm
and Ben.
so glad we get to laugh about something at the end of this.
Yeah.
This album is Ellen and Ben's Stinky Secret.
Okay, the next part hit though because it was Ellen and Ben. They might as well have run off to Havana. They simply disappeared for a year. They'd show up at shows, but less and less, and saying hi to no one. And why they even came wasn't clear. They got a new place, but neither of their names were in the phone book, so no one really knew where they were. I thought it was cheap, but I couldn't tell you why.
Doesn't everybody know
mean-
people like that though?
Yeah, I don't see any negativity in that one.
That
It's
one
just-
I agree. Yeah,
It's so
Yeah.
straight up about like, people will get in a relationship
I just-
and then they just fucking disappear.
No,
Yeah.
I thought the part about showing up at shows and not saying hi to
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
fucking hit.
Yeah.
Guys.
And everybody knows people.
Everyone
Oh,
knows
yeah.
people like that. Yeah.
Where you have two friends that get in a relationship and then they just fucking fall off the face of the earth and you can't ever get a hold of them again.
Yeah.
Off the face of the earth.
Ooh.
And then I really like this next part where it's when I was 10, I had this book of modern fighter planes with F-15s and MiGs. That and a bowl of Breyer's mint chip was life at its apex. The chewing of pens, the Ocean City girls on the boardwalk singing "Oh whoa 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 yeah."
So I have no idea what that part means. Its relation to the rest of the story, and I never got it.
Oh, really?
I think it's about how life is simpler when you're
Yeah.
not chasing after someone.
Life is simpler
well,
when
that's
you're a
fair.
kid.
Yeah, the vibe I
Yeah.
got was like life's so fucked up.
I
Now.
just
Why is
didn't really
everyone
get the
so
connection to
weird?
Ellen and Ben.
Mess. Well, the vibe I get is he's just like, as well as the whole album.
He's relating that part
Yeah.
to the rest of the story
As-
because you're dealing with these fucked up people and you're like, why can't it just go back to like when you're a kid eating ice cream in
feels-
your room by yourself?
It feels like the last straw after this whole album of self-reflection and kind of like insecurity and self-loathing, and then thinking, fuck, even my friends are fucked up and weird now. Why can't we just be like when we were kids? I was happy when I was 10.
Why can't we just go back to like the sand pit where you're just fucking throwing rocks at each other? You
The
know?
Sarlacc pit where they eat you.
What the fuck were you doing?
I will say,
Yeah, what?
the brief Minecraft stim session with your friends, that's like going back to the sand.
Oh,
pit.
yeah.
And that's also where
Why
you
can't we go
learn
back
when
to the
that one
Halo
friend
LAN
can't play.
parties?
We can. We just gotta,
We will
bring
do that
consoles.
soon.
We gotta do it.
Fucking
Ellen and
Make it
Ben, I heard they broke up loudly at a wedding and never saw each other again. And I love this fucking next line.
Yep.
Or next two lines. It seems kind of weird. They made each other feel like they could die, but they couldn't stay the slightest of friends.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm staying busy hanging with my nephew and trying to keep my eyes on the prize. You know how it goes, and so do I, so call me when you can now. You know how I love a surprise.
he's still trying to fuck Ellen.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but
He wants
also-
Ellen to show up at his door in
But
a
also,
coat.
I think he's got the right idea about, like, he's spending time
Yeah.
with his
Oh, yeah.
family,
Yeah.
and he's
Well,
not
yeah.
worrying about it.
That's-
He's keeping his eye on what actually
matters.
That's
Yeah.
the catharsis
And
at
it's
the end.
beautiful.
That's the catharsis at the end of the album. Is just kind of
Yeah.
just reassessing everything and realizing what the important stuff in life is. It's,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
family and focusing on yourself and not trying to fuck your terrible friend.
Yeah. I do have one thing I want to mention about this song in like a slightly negative sense. There's a lot of yas across this whole album. Very melodically used, very well timed. The end of the chorus of this song has a yeah. It's just like that very last
that.
yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm done with these yeahs. I'm so glad that's the last one.
Can I just tell you guys what my favorite part of this song was, though? Mm-hmm. And it's the bass line. Boo-doo-doo, 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 boo-doo-doo. It just leaves you
funky.
just like nodding your head and being like, yeah, okay, I'm coming along with you on this story, man.
Mm-hmm. The very end of the song, there's like little guitar plucks kind of going on. They're very subtle, and then there's like synth with reverse reverb on it or some shit.
Yeah, it's a cool
love
held
the way,
out note
the way
jam.
the song ends is perfect to end the
Yeah.
album. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible song. Like
Very good.
The lyrics have been like in my mind like constantly lately because I'm just so enamored with this song.
All right, well, just overall thoughts for me. My big note is I fucking loved this.
Hell yeah.
The drums defied my expectations at every single turn. But I think the biggest thing about this for me is that none of the songs ever overstay their welcome. That the album uses its time to absolute perfection. It's super easy to consume. It never drags. This album, other than my one complaint about Automatic, this album is close to perfect.
I think this album is perfect, pretty much.
I agree with yeah, I'm like I this is gonna be a constant listen for me at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
gonna
need
definitely
a copy
come
of
back
this
to this
album.
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, I had to order it online because it's somewhat rare, but
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If I can ever
order
find
one
this,
they
I'm
did
buying
repress it in like 2023.
What was everyone's favorite and least favorite songs?
I think my favorite was probably Ellen and Ben at the end. That one just ties the whole thing together. It's the one that I kind of like latched onto the most on my first listen and never really dropped. I don't know. It's the one I'm going to probably throw on a playlist and remember is like, oh, that's from the Dismemberment Plan album from the podcast.
Sentimental Man is so good. Such a good
Yeah.
opener and captures my feelings on life and religion and everything so perfectly. Either that or Time Bomb. And then a least favorite, if I had to pick one, it might be Pay for the Piano, just because, like, it's fun and energetic, but it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
But it's also very important to have something like that in the middle of this so it's not a complete downer. Like, you can still throw this album on when you're doing stuff and not be completely crushed by it, because the crushing songs are pretty short and they get swept away.
Yeah.
But also, you can get distracted from the lyrics by the instrumental part of the song. I think
Exactly.
Yeah. It felt very much like something like when I was listening, I was trying to pay attention to the lyrics, but I just found myself constantly just getting lost in kind of the lush vibe of it all.
my favorite songs, I'm with Kyle. It's either Sentimental Man or Time Bomb. I just think those songs are just chef's kiss perfection.
Yeah.
My least favorite song is Automatic. I don't know. I like that song in a vacuum, but with the rest of the album, and it's just, I don't know. It didn't really sort of mesh well with the rest of it, in my opinion, at least. But in a vacuum, it's a great song.
I think my favorite overall was The Face of the Earth. Like, that song is just hauntingly well written and from such a interesting, unwritten about perspective. Like, I can't really think of many other songs, if any, that are about what that song is about. And just the way it's written it's such a great song. My least favorite, probably, it's hard to pick a least favorite from this one, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't even think I have one. necessarily.
If I had to pick one,
I picked one because I had to.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
if I had to pick a least favorite, it probably would be just like Secret Curse, because like the lyrics didn't really make a lot of sense. I don't think it's like the most nitpicky kind of complaint I can even find, because like it made sense. It's I don't know. I can't like I can't even pick a bad one.
I would say any complaint about this album is just like super nitpicky stuff, because there's
Yeah,
nothing really
it's-
wrong with it.
Yeah.
I would like to say, however, before we get to Michael's favorite and least favorite
I
songs,
already gave my favorite. I did say Ellen and Ben, and
Okay.
I didn't have a least favorite.
Yeah,
so.
I would just like to say, before we get into our rankings, I would just like to thank Kyle for being nice to my ears, because
Fuck you.
even
Chocolate
though
and
there
Cheese
were
is
aspects
incredible.
of Lost in the Dream I didn't like, I did really like that album, but just Alex picks these albums that are just complete fucking.
Wait till you learn that's just his taste.
Yeah.
It's just dick and balls.
Fuck you.
He picked Diver Down and it pissed me off. I fucking hated Chocolate and Cheese. Like,
That's unfortunate.
Alex just picks these albums that, like, I think he's just actively trying to fuck with me at this point in the podcast.
No, you know what? I'm gonna
They're
do
not
the
not.
I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna find an album that you actually like out of my fucking collection.
I fucking beg you, please.
I would just like to.
Please stop making me listen to penis music. Please,
I
I
would just
beg
like to
you.
say for Alex, since our last album, since our last episode, I think I've actually listened to Chocolate and Cheese about as much as I've listened to this album during this rotation. I really like Chocolate
The
and
weed
Cheese.
is spreading.
No!
Even the weird, like
is
messed
great.
up
Soon
songs.
we will
I like
all
them.
worship the Boogness here.
Oh man.
There is Ween that I like. Piss Up a Rope is objectively a
No.
great fucking song.
Eventually, we'll do that
Candy
whole album and
is
you'll
not
enjoy
a
it.
great fucking song.
Look,
Chocolate and berry.
we already had an episode where I told you guys and proved that that's clearly not the case. But
The proof is in the pudding. I don't know what that means in this context. I'm just saying.
Dicky
The
and
proof is in the
spicy.
candy.
Candy.
All right, do we want to get into our rank?
One last little thing I want to mention that's just a funny thing. The band toured this album with Death Cab for Cutie, and they called the tour the Death and Dismemberment Tour.
That's
fucking
great. That's
perfect.
awesome.
There's some video of some of the shows.
That-
They're a great live.
Dude, I
band.
love death metal.
That lineup sounds like fucking agonizing misery for me. That sounds like I would not be mentally okay if I saw that show.
Yeah.
Alex is just
Jesus
sitting on.
Christ, I'd be like-
Alex is in the pit,
I'd be
just
like,
sitting on
Don't
the
worry,
ground,
Transatlanticism
crying.
hadn't come out yet.
Okay, then we're fine then. I'd be like,
No, you just get yes, we have the facts or we have the facts and we're voting yes, which is their most depressing album.
I'd be like Pim when he fucking can't help Desmond and he just looks sad. His worldview is just fucking ruined.
He's just broken.
yeah.
Alex is just in the
Christ.
pit at the dismemberment
man.
plant part of the show. He's
man.
just in the pit on the floor, cross-legged, crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you like this album, listen to their two albums before it. The Dismemberment Plan is Terrified and Emergency and I. They're both fucking
Dismemberment
fantastic.
Plan is terrifying.
It's such a great
That's
name.
such a great name.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, well, ranking time.
Yep. That's an instant S for me.
S tier, absolutely. This, yeah. I struggled with like how I would rate this album out of 10 all week. Is it an 8 because how I thought about Automatic? But no, this album's a 10. I can't take points away from this.
Yeah.
S tier.
S tier.
Yeah.
Easy S tier.
High A, but only because it's just not necessarily the kind of album I would go back to a lot. But I know that when I do, and when I would, and when I will, it's gonna destroy me. High A.
With a will.
All right. Well, that averages out to 5.75. So that's our first S tier.
Have
boys.
Yeah.
is this the album that we've liked the most on this show?
Yeah,
Probably,
100%.
I'd say so. I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the best thing we've reviewed, hands down.
This
Yeah.
is the only album where we didn't spend 70% of the episode bitching about it and then gave it an A anyways.
Yeah. No, our second closest was probably Gravity X, I think.
Yeah.
I have the best taste out of all of you. Almost. Kyle's better. Actually, no. If we do averages, I haven't done my second episode yet.
Yeah,
so
we don't
I have
know
the
yet.
worst
So I
taste,
still have the best
so
taste.
Did we
I
did
win
we
at
like
something.
Diver Down the least as a collective, or was it
No,
King
Diver
Animal?
Down was kind of middle. I thought Chocolate and Cheese got the low. No, Chocolate and Cheese.
I think Diver Down got the lowest.
I think
like,
King,
if we're talking
King
about
Animal got a little lower.
maybe.
No, King.
I
thought
Okay, I have to re-listen to all the end of the episodes and actually put our tier list together
Oh,
and
shit. Yeah,
post
yeah.
that.
Oh, by the time this episode,
Oh,
you hear
yeah.
this is our
We're public now.
Yeah, this
you
is the
can find our
You can find our
podcast.
show.
I mean, you're obviously listening to this on a
Yes.
podcast platform, but you can find it on any other podcast platform.
Yeah,
You
this
can
is-
follow our Instagram at Disc-ussions.
at Discussions Cast
You can-
underscore.
you can
Okay,
Discussions
hold on. Let me
underscore.
figure- I'll
You
get
can
the
find
exact one.
any wild pigeon, anyone in the area. Just grab it, tie a little note to its legs saying you like the podcast, and we'll send you a CD of the podcast. That's how this works.
We only have one disc per episode. Everybody tell us which
everyone
one
has
you
to
want
share
when
it.
you send
You
when
have
you
to
send
share
the
it. It's a
note.
library.
We'll do two diver downs because it's that special though.
Our Instagram is disc_ussionscast.
And you can also join our Discord.
We will get.
You can join the round table discussion.
We'll get a proper link posted on the.
It's the link is in the
thought it was
RSS feed for the podcast description. So description of this podcast should have the link to our Discord.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you
as
ask
well
us,
as our Instagram.
If you ask us really nicely, we'll make it a literal podcast. We'll take pods of snow peas and use the method they use to put music onto vinyl records, and we'll just scratch the episode into the snow peas.
You gotta pay us a lot to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't think we have the technology.
I don't
Mike
think any of us have the collective brain.
I need
capacity.
100 G's
Yeah.
up front.
You'll have to pay us rather handsomely to figure that out.
All right.
All right. Well, do we want to get into what the next episode is going to be? Because
What is the next episode?
the next episode
Is my pick, and we were told what the rules were no straightforward rock, okay? And straightforward rock is basically all I listen to. It's straightforward rock and metal, okay? So I was looking through my collection, seeing what I could pass off as not straightforward rock. And I came across a pile of cassettes that my younger brother brought home one day when he was volunteering at a thrift store. And in that pile is MC Hammer's classic, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. And so tune in on the next episode. We will be reviewing MC Hammer.
Please hammer.
Please
Don't hurt
Hammer,
him.
Don't Hurt Him.
You're doing this.
I
to me.
love that the first hip hop album we're doing on the podcast is
fucking
coming
MC
from
Hammer.
possibly the whitest person I've ever met in my life.
The most straight white person
And it's
in
fucking
the history
MC
of
Hammer.
And it's
life
MC
and
Hammer,
Earth
the greatest rapper of all time.
is bringing hip hop, and it's MC Hammer.
Well, 2 weeks from now, when you hear that episode, it'll be hammer time.
It's gonna be a very different episode than this one.
Just
Good
don't
night,
stop.
folks.
Just don't stop when it is hammer time.
Can I get parachute pants for that episode?
Yes.